Hello, today we are going to be talking about the artist Paul Klee. We are also going to be talking about directional lines. You are going to need a black crayon or marker, a straight edge, and then something to color with like crayons or markers. Today we are going to talk about directional lines. Directional lines are when we talk about lines and the direction that they can go. For example, this line is going from left to right, laying flat. That is called horizontal. This next line is standing straight up and down, going from top to bottom or bottom to top. That is called vertical. This last line is going at an angle, so it starts at the top on the left and ends at the bottom on the right. That is called a diagonal line. Horizontal, vertical, and diagonal lines do not always have to be straight. They can be any kind of line. It's just the direction that it goes. So here you see an example of a zigzag line laying horizontally, standing up vertically, and slanted diagonally. Today we're going to look at a piece of art by the artist named Paul Klee. This piece of art is called Castle in the Sun. Notice all of the horizontal, vertical, and diagonal lines that Paul Klee uses in his picture. We're going to point out some of those lines now. We will start with horizontal lines. Notice the line does not go all the way across. Sometimes it does. His lines are not perfectly straight either. These lines all go from left to right or right to left. The next type of line we'll look at are the vertical lines. Those go from top to the bottom. This line goes all the way from the bottom to the very top of his castle. This vertical line is just at the top. It doesn't come all the way down. Neither does this one. Again, another line that goes all the way to the top. The last type of line we're going to look for are the diagonal lines. Those are the lines, again, going either from the bottom left to the top right or the top left to the bottom right. These diagonal lines that we are going to see make those pointy peaks. They make the triangles of the castle. They start to make some of the diamond shapes also that you can see in his picture. Today we are going to be creating a piece of art like Paul Klee, using vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines. You can use a ruler to help draw straight edges, but if you don't have a ruler, you can use anything with a straight edge, like another piece of paper or a pencil. I will use a pencil to show you how that can work. We are going to start by drawing the buildings. I am starting with a horizontal line for the top of my building. The edge of my paper will act as one side. I'm going to add a vertical line to create the second side of my building. I'm now going to repeat those steps to create a shorter building. I'm trying to make sure that my pencil or ruler is parallel to the top of my paper. I'm going to draw another horizontal and another vertical line to create my second building. I want my last building to be taller, so I'm going to extend the vertical line up that I just made to create a taller building, and then add the horizontal line for the top. Now I'm going to use my straight edge to add horizontal lines to my buildings. Now I'm going to use my straight edge to add vertical lines to my buildings. Remember to keep your straight edge parallel with the edge of your paper. Now I'm going to use my straight edge to add my diagonal lines. For a diagonal line, I'm going to start in the corner of one square or rectangle and draw diagonally downward towards the other corner. Now I'm going to add the color to my picture. You can decide if you want to have a night sky or a daytime sky. I'm going to have a night sky, so I'm going to draw a moon in my sky and then color in the sky black. Now that my sky is colored in, I'm going to color in all of the new rectangles, squares, and triangles I've created. You can choose any colors that you would like to color in your picture. I try to make sure that shapes that touch each other do not get colored in the same color. You should finish coloring in your entire picture. Color in all the buildings, all the shapes that are created with your vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines. Once you are finished, take a picture of your artwork and submit it to Artsonia so that your teacher can see it.